Well, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that, of course, didn't believe me or had a little bit of hope, of course, going into this game after that Motherwell defeat, well, there you have it. Rangers sort of title hopes. Rangers will not be the Scottish Premiership winners of the 2025-2026 season. It's done. Now, I would be angry usually, but I wasn't lying in our match reaction after the Motherwell game. That was it for me. That was the final nail in the coffin, and I didn't expect us to win the title. Now, realistically, there's a lot to unpack, really, isn't there, in terms of the game itself, but I just want to start off by saying to any Hearts supporters coming in, amazing raising season Hearts are having, and I'm fully on the Hearts train now for the rest of the season, and I really do hope this group of Rangers players can do you a favour next week and make it a lot easier for your last game of the season. Again, of course, and I would love Rangers to win another title, but honestly, now it's over. I thoroughly want Hearts to win the title. And as I said, I hope these Rangers players can get you something and get you over the line because it would be great to see. And I just don't want to see Celtic do not deserve this title. They're a rank rotten side. And to be fair, there's been a lot of stuff post-split that has been working in their favour. But here's hoping that we can do you a job. Now, I want to discuss the game because it just sums up Rangers really so far this season. Now, the first half, we play well in the second half, but this time we played well in the first half. We were pretty dominant. We were far superior in the first half, and I felt like this was a great Rangers team that we were watching. I was saying, where was this side when it happened against Motherwell? But of course, as has been the case this season, we're not capable of playing two good halves of football. It's hit us time and time again. I don't know what happens, and I don't know why we can only play one good half. First half, we didn't take the chances. Probably could have made it 2-0. We didn't. You go into the second half, things change, and Hearts just blew us away. Completely blew us away. Danny Rose scored again in another big game, and another match that was a must-win. Scored again. And Rangers just an absolute shambles in that second half. And I'm going to be honest with you, it was a weird position, I want to say, because when it got down to the last 80 minutes or so, and this might sound freaking defeatist, but the worst result that I wanted to see was us getting a draw against Hearts and then doing Celtic a favour and then getting pumped at Parkhead and giving them the favour. So honestly, I feel kind of ashamed in a way, but when it got down to the stoppage time, I was like, we're not going to score 2 goals. So I was like, fuck this. I don't want to draw because I don't want to give Celtic the opportunity of trying to, of getting an advantage. So I'm kind of glad of how it ended in the end. Obviously, I wanted to win this game at the start of it, but towards the end of the match, when they were 2-1 up, and there was just a few minutes to go, I was like, fucking it's done. I made peace with the title. I made peace with it last week. But there's a lot of questions to be asked, and there's people going to be questioning the manager, and rightly so, because again, I'm sick of hearing this rhetoric. Oh, but he did good to get you back into a title race. Yeah, he won games that he should have won, right? Russell Martin was dog shit. However, Wilfred Nancy came in at Celtic, which really got us into it. Danny Rowe won games that he was supposed to win. Did well, yes, I like it. But I'm sorry, I'm not hearing that for the rest of the fucking season. That, Danny Rowe got us into this position, so you can't criticize him because he got us into this position. No, I'm sick of that shit. I'm looking at a good few results, and today's not the game that ended our title hopes. It's not. I mean, I'm looking at the picture now. I can see it, all the way to the start of that Livingston game, away from home back in February. 2-2 against Livingston. We shat the bed completely against the Livingston, right? And obviously we made that comeback and everyone was like, oh yeah, well, that could be a point gained by the end of the season. Yeah, but we started horrendously against them. And the big one for me was that doubleheader against Celtic at Ibrox, funnily enough. We went to blow Celtic away in the first half. We were 2-0 up and we shat the bed in the second half. And then the full 120 minutes against Celtic. And then after that, when the pressure was off, we had a few games back. But the most unforgivable result, guys, really was that Motherwell game. That was when it was over. It was done. It was finished. There's some fans, and you're right, and you can of course be as a supporter, you can get a little bit optimistic about something and say, "Oh, keep believing and all that shit." But after that Motherwell game, come on, there's no one who's believing. I'm seeing people on the next doing the mathematics and saying, "Well, if we win all our games, we weren't going to win all our games. It was not going to happen. It was never going to happen. We shat the bed in these 5 cup finals that we were told." And there's some serious questions that need to be asked of the manager. Why can we only play one good half of football? That's a question that I want to ask. Why can we only play one good half of football? Why are we shit for a full half every single time? I don't understand it. So, yeah, in terms of where we are now, in terms of the table, actually our next game is still relatively important, by the way. We've complete, we're 4 points behind Celtic. A rank rotten Celtic side, by the way. And I don't like to try and, put it all on them, but they are fucking dog shit. This is probably one of the worst Celtic sides I've ever seen, which probably tells you a lot about us. And we're fucking 4 points behind that mob. So it's important we win at Celtic Park. It is important that we win at Celtic Park to try and maybe get a little bit further up the table, albeit, we're in a Conference League spot at the moment. So probably not going to be getting Europa League football as things stand unless Celtic win the Scottish Cup. But yeah, that's just where we are now. So when we're going into next season, there's of course going to be some questions asked about the manager. Can he be trusted with a mass amount of money? Yes, he's done well. Yes, there's been glimmers of something. However, you can't help but deny he's completely shat the bed when it's mattered. And again, I don't want to keep on hearing this shit. Oh, well, he got you in a good position. Sod it. Was shite. It's the same time every year. The thing is, people have been following this channel, 6 years now. And most of the time, it ends like this, where we're talking about next season again. 2 games ago, guys, we're talking about us winning a title. We're talking about winning 5 games and we've won a title. 2 games into those 5 must-win games, and we're sat here 7 points behind, and the league's over. But yeah, it's shocking. Truly shocking. But anyone but Celtic this season, so if there's any Hearts fans that want to come in and take the piss, then guys, I want you to win now. I want Hearts to win, I want Hearts to win the title. 3 games to go. I just hope that, I don't think the powers that be are going to allow Hearts to win the title. You're going to be seeing some real dark arts, especially in that game against Parkhead. Next weekend, there's going to be some crazy stuff there. They're not going to allow Rangers to get anything from that game. But as I said, hopefully Rangers could do you guys a favour and do Hearts a favour. So that game, when you go towards the end of the season, can just be plain and sailing. Because if it's a straight shootout between Celtic and Hearts, last game of the season at Parkhead, you're going to see some crazy stuff from the referees. Unprecedented stuff in Scottish football. They won't. That's not a part of it. They don't want other teams to win the league other than Celtic. But Hearts, yeah, definitely deserve the title. So I really do hope Hearts can get over the line from it. 3 games to go. I mean, again, I'm not saying it. We've shat the bed, and yeah, you can take the piss. But if Hearts, their ball's been good. They're doing well. Big game against Hibernian. Who they got next, by the way? They got Motherwell next, I think, away at Fir Park. I mean, Motherwell aren't actually that good. We were just shy. I mean, Motherwell beat us at Ibrox, but then Falkirk ended up schooling them, and they've lost like 7 games. So Hearts should be okay in that. Then you're looking at Falkirk at home for Hearts as well. I'm just hoping Rangers can do you a favour. I'm hoping Rangers can do you a favour next week. See what happens. Yeah. It is what it is, guys. But anyway, look, we're going to be here we'll be back for the old firm, of course, talking about it. I do want to win that game, obviously. It's not a dead rubber to me. It's a dead rubber in terms of where we are in terms of the football club. I mean, if we win it, we still are third. But some things are a bit bigger than our league position, and now for these final few games, we just need to try and help out so that they don't win a title. Simple as that. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit like, hit subscribe, and do let me know your thoughts